Thank you for joining me. In today's video, we are in my backyard because it's finally warm enough. It's really not warm, but it's warm enough for me to sit out here and chat with you guys. If you haven't been outside today, go get outside. Get some sun in your eyes. Get some sun in those eyeballs. But today, guys, it's a different kind of video. Of course, a train's gonna go by while I try and make this video. Guys, the information's out there for you to be successful on the internet. You don't need anyone giving you a course. You don't need anyone guiding you through it, spoon feeding you. You don't. And so the main thing is, what I wanted to kind of discuss with you today is using your intuition. Now, when I say using your intuition, I mean believing in yourself, believing in the fact that you are able to do whatever it is you are trying to do. I know that sounds really kind of stupid, but what I mean by that is you shouldn't rely, or you shouldn't feel the need to rely on anyone else but yourself, especially in an open source space. Open source space meaning information is available to you freely. You shouldn't rely on anybody else but yourself to be successful in a space. Crypto is no different. Emerging technology and trying to understand these things, nobody really truly understands where any of this is going. Nobody has the answers. So the point is, the answers are out there. The conviction to understand what directions to go in and what directions to not go in are formed by actually going in and putting in the time. So the thing is, it does take a lot of time. It does take your energy. There are things you're going to have to sacrifice to get there. But, eventually in life you find that there's certain things that you're willing to do. And for me, personally, at least in my journey, researching blockchain, researching crypto, and spending time in the space doesn't feel like a job. It doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel like I'm getting the energy sucked out of me. That being said, I think this space, I've mentioned it in videos before, the space is turning into, a business for most influencers. Most people online are just turning this into a business just like anything else and exploiting new users. So it's unfortunate to see, but in order to grow, in order to actually have something that we're proud of looking back in 10, 20 years, we're not going to want this space where basically everyone's just trying to shill each other garbage and exploit each other. Now, decentralized systems, I do think they have a place in the future, and that's why I'm really only into things that are completely fair launch, don't have any allocations to VCs, anything like that. And there's only a very few amount of projects in the space that are under that basket of fair launch and truly looking to progress the decentralized kind of movement. All right, sorry, I think the recording got cut off, but I think I was talking about Kaspa. Kaspa, again, is a good example of something that, genuinely I do like because of the aspect of fair launch, the people who are behind it, and that's a project that has been one of the best performing assets of 2023. Going into 2024, I expect it to do the same. But the conviction to hold on to Kaspa, and the same with, I would say, BitTensor. Those are really two of the only projects that I'm even remotely interested in. Those come from the ethos that they have, and that doesn't mean that they won't fail. That doesn't mean that they could literally go to zero. Again, both of them have massive visions, and their mission is so far out there that somewhere along the way they can fail. It's just like any other project that's come and gone that had a big idea, had an idea that a lot of people got behind. But the point is, that's the risk you take. None of this is for certain. And from my experience, the only way to navigate this space is to trust in yourself, believe in yourself, to be able to use your own intuition and use your own judgment when deciding where to spend your time, where to invest your money. And again, it's not just regarding crypto or blockchain, it's in life. You're not going to follow somebody else's path. You are on your own path. And There's nobody who understands the complexity of your life or the inner workings of your mind and what you really want to get out of life. And so why would you trust anybody else out there on the internet to make financial decisions for you, to make life decisions for you? It's not, in my personal opinion, is not the direction to go. And I've been in positions where I've made that mistake and learned from it. But I think a lot of you out there are on the same wave from the comments that I get. A lot of you get where I'm coming from with this. So anyway, the main purpose of this video was just to get on here and talk to you about using your own intuition. It doesn't mean your intuition is going to be right. That's not the point. It's not like this idea that my intuition never fails me, my gut never fails me. No, you're going to make mistakes. But the point is you understand how to manage the risk when it comes to going with your intuition. You're still following your intuition, you're still following your gut, but you know that you're not always going to be right. And you learn to hedge against that. And so if you're not already going in the direction, and personally my direction is honing in on using my intuition and honing in on that as a craft, and maybe for some of you out there who are looking for a guru, who are looking for sensei or God in this space, it doesn't exist. You are God. I don't want to get religious, but you are God. The only person that you can truly rely on, who's going to be there for you, is you. And so when it comes to again, anything in life that you're pursuing, I think finding your intuition and finding what works for you in that way will end up with you being a more self-reliant individual. It'll end up with you being, more successful, and that doesn't mean just monetarily. It just means more successful in achieving the things you want to achieve. Now, I'm not at the place where I've achieved everything I want to achieve. I'm at this place where I don't feel like I need to grow. I don't think that point ever comes. But we're all on our own path. And so hopefully I can, bring some insight into you guys from where I've been. And in the last year that I haven't posted YouTube videos, I've worked a lot on different things and finding balance in my life. And I'm finally at a point where 2021 crypto bull run, I had no balance in my life. I had no sense of work-life balance, of balance between what I spend my time doing. I was all over the place. And I worked very hard to get to a place where now I have a lot of balance in my life. And I'm at equilibrium with a lot of the things that I wasn't back in 2021. And I'm much more relaxed during a phase of the markets where, again, a lot of attention's coming back. And, some of the same emotions are rising in people. FOMO, this, that, and the other. Anyway, I've talked for a long time. If you enjoyed this video, simply let me know in the comments if you enjoyed it, if you want to see more like this. And yeah, guys, I hope you guys are all doing well. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Deuces.